changing the ISP.
Yeah, they're just trying to change a new ISP line because just one of them, the bounty hunters, like failing to connect.
Okay, well, I'll go through the teams very, very quickly. We seem to have everyone in game from Liberty. Buttermilk is going to be on the next Plick, will be on the currently floating Viper. Nicely, I like that. Look at that, he's doing a somersault.
Hmm.
Uh,
Somersaults.
Fancy is going to be on Rubik. Truck will be on the Weaver and Impact QT on the AA.
AA is also doing a little bit of a dance.
Oh, wow, what the hell? Is that just the spawn dance or something?
Yeah, yeah, as they like get dropped from the sky type thing.
Ah, okay, okay. And over on Infinity, we've got Adestam, he's going to be on Invoker. Suzy Q on the Mirana. Phalanx is going to be on Visage. We've got O'Malley on the Sand King. And Bounty is going to be played by, without looking at the name, Zerstor, of course. Are we saying Zerstor right? I don't know, the O of the, are they umlauts? Is that?
I'm not entirely sure.
It's just O, transformed into a W. Okay. I didn't realize you guys can change ISP so quickly in South Africa. It looks
Well,
like we've got him back.
you just change like the line is still owned by like like in. Okay, maybe not.
What the hell? Tasty. Any thoughts of how some of these early game strats are going to appear from these two teams?
LIB have to not feed against Sand King plus Bottom and Sand King. One of the
How do oh, damn it. Okay, I can't use my bind to go straight in game. How do you do that thing where you go into the first person almost down to ground level?
You click on the character and then like you can't do it in when you spectating.
Yeah, so I thought I had the bind, but my binds are just playing with my fantasy points at the moment, so
Yeah, and everyone's sitting on 0 points.
yeah. When do those fantasy points actually get activated?
It's only for games, tournament games in which like the hero roles are defined, because there's different points for being a carry and being a like different things.
Oh, so would the Dream League have that activated then?
Oh yeah, they should have that activated. I haven't
Oh, okay.
that raises an interesting point about whether I've made a team or not.
I haven't. I can't even afford a freaking compendium for it, so I haven't. But I haven't managed to get one. But I really want to play with a fancy team. Not that I ever do any well on those things. I always try though. That's what counts, right? Right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Thanks for being polite.
hmm
Okay, we've got another disconnect from Zerstor. He said 1 second, and then he's just disconnected again. He seems to be quick though at making the work. I don't know if we're gonna see. Actually, is Truck gonna be going safe lane? I presume. Yeah, because Buttermilk's off lane. So Truck,
Yeah.
if he can get that farm clean and easy, I don't know if he's gonna be making much of an impact in the first 5, 10, or 15 minutes.
I think the longer he can just farm and get in this game BKB, I would guess.
Really?
Yeah, I think he doesn't need like Lincoln's. Like Lincoln's is getting broken by Track, which has got like 5 second cooldown level 16.
Yeah.
It's like it, or Soul Assumption or Grave Chill. Like Grave Chill is 10 second cooldown. It's quite mana intensive to break Lincoln's, but I think he needs to go BKB this game after Treads and maybe a Bracer, and then head back and get the deeps, something like Desolator, MKB.
Yeah. Okay. So you're expecting BKB early on. I'm not sure. Well, presumably he's going to have to go through familiars. He's going to have the Sand King, Starstorm. Okay, he's going to have a lot of magic damage going against him. Guessing.
I think the problem is just like Invoker, Potums, like he can't afford to get blasted down by like Sand King stun into Potomara.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be pretty dreadful, and I think that's certainly what Infinity is going to be after. I gotta say, I'm rooting for Infinity. For no particular reason other than the fact that I always cheer for an underdog, and I feel like coming into this series they were an underdog, and people probably narrowly expecting Liberty to beat them. But after the last game, Infinity just looked super stable.
Yeah.
They just did not really mess up much whatsoever. I mean, a couple of overcommitments in mid, some trades which were questionable, but on the whole, they seemed a lot more confident about playing than they did in the first game. In the first one, they seemed to be kind of feeling their way around things and ended up just being so slow about making anything happen that it was just completely unavoidable that they'd lose. What's Stefan?
Yeah, they're just talking about one of their friends.
I see.
And both the teams are fighting over who gets to shout out to him.
That's a perfect shout out play. I wonder if they're going to be able to shut down Zerst at the beginning. We haven't, of course, not been able to see any items getting picked up, as Zerst playing on the off lane. You know, he might get dusted and sentryed out, so he could just end up trying to be as much of a nuisance to the Liberty supports as possible. Thank you, Plague. And looks like we've got Zerst back.
And hopefully he's going to be ready to rumble.
Is this going to be it? I think we got smiley faces. Let's just hope we don't see that red cross up at the top again. And we had a pretty uninterrupted game last time round. I want another one of them. Zerst doesn't trust his internet. He's like, no, it can't be working, is it? This isn't right. Yeah, Adesam says he loves Viper. He's going to be missing out on the Viper this time round. And it's like we're going to get an unpause. We can make our way back into game. Hurrah. I'm interested to see what Zerst is going to be doing straight away. He's going to go for Buckler.
And El Plicarito getting pulled a single tango there, buying some tangos himself. So
Just the one.
thank you. Yeah, one set of tangos, one. And finally the game's underway. Rubik also dropping one ward down for Buttermilk. Gets pulled very heavily, and I think decent distribution of items on the side of Alabi. On the side of Sand King, he's got only one clarity. I think that could be a bit of a problem. That's only like, you know, one extra dig, so you can get 3 digs in, 2 on at the moment, and 1 after regen.
Yeah.
Visage, yeah, he's just standard items all around. Nothing crazy unusual. They haven't pulled anything massive except for Invoker, who's been pulled 2 tangos.
Yeah, it was nice from Buttermilk to manage to get a ward. Wasn't seen laying it down at all. So that's just going to help him out in his survivability.
And he's also got back in time to get maximum block.
This is good from Buttermilk. This should really help him out at the beginning.
Yeah, bottom lane is also going to be like a little bit problematic for them to deal with him like straight up. They've got good stun and good chain stun, but he's also got good regen, and if he gets spike carapace, can be good.
Impact's already placed a sentry down there. It might have almost been good to place down 2 sentries, because now Zerst is going to be totally aware as soon as he clicks on AA that, okay, sentries have been put down.
Yeah, but it's like not a problem. Like it's 100% fine if they know that there's a sentry down. It means he can't walk into lane.
Yeah. He's not going to be able to walk many places. And Fancy and Impact are like, get the hell out. What are you doing here?
I just want to give Truck, get him up to level 2. Then he's got that Germinator attack. So far, Truck's actually, I think, missed every creep. Yeah, great start by Truck, missing all the creeps in the secure lane.
This is not good. He's got to get used to the new attack animation. He's been playing different heroes.
Yeah, some of the carry players actually, like, between games, just like host a lobby and just practice out with a hero, like
Really?
level 1 hero again. Yeah, I've seen that happen, like in LANs between games.
Or if you have a little bit of downtime.
Yeah.
It makes sense, to be honest, though. You don't, missing out on the first 5 CS. That's all they can need
Yeah.
for a game to be from pretty decent to just slightly annoying.
Yeah, but this mid lane gonna be good for Plexter this time. If he feeds here, then we definitely can ridicule him.
Yeah? Can we not do that already?
Well, I mean, we'd be more justified in our ridicule.
Okay. Well, damn it. I guess I'll wait.
Oh, indication of a roper dope coming in here by the IFG guys. They're gonna possibly look to go around.
Oh, they're not going to go around all the way.
Oh,
They're
okay.
just straight for it. Is Buttermilk going to be ready? He
They're
had
sticking up
things
one level
warded.
carapace.
Oh,
yeah.
either they can't get this done. There's going to be an arrow, though. It's going to hit. Spike Carapace, sure, but we've also got the dig coming out. And
Here
a
we
lot
go.
of damage. But O'Malley, he has to switch the aggro. So much damage, and they cannot chase up on that.
A really good job over there by the Visage to take the aggro off the Sand King. He is so close to dying. Also so close to level 2, so he would have been able to do some great magic there to live.
Yeah. We've got Invis Rune down in bottom. Got a lot of pings happening, though. Everywhere. And we've got another sentry right outside tower range.
Yeah, this is a fun lane for Truck. Fancy's able to just stand and pull, and when he's not pulling, he's always harassing. And Truck is now caught up all the way. 17 for 3, bombing in the tower. And he's also got so much gold. Actually, he could rush Midas in this game. I think that would be fun.
As a Weaver.
Yeah, I mean, it's like ultra greedy, but it could be done.
Okay.
It looks like he's going to play conservative, which is very untruck-like, actually.
Uh-oh, Plick. We might be able to ridicule you in a moment. There's Invis on O'Malley. Bounty Hunter. He's going to be coming into action now. EMP as well. This is some good moves. They're trying to block Plick now. This could be first blood.
No
Can they
ways.
chase? Oh, no.
Viper 2 tank. Look at the damage going off onto Mali. Almost as much as went off onto Plick.
O'Malley just seems to be tower bait right now. He already used his salves over the bottom one. Zerst. I mean, even if he had his Janada, then that would have been just a little bit more helpful. Maybe that would have been enough to tip it over the edge. I'm not sure. Or if he was there a little earlier to get a bit of blocking going.
It's just a testament to what a good job the supports have been doing on the side of LIB.
Yeah.
Level 1 bounty hunter at the moment. By far the lowest hero level. And even the fact that there's 2 on Impact and Fancy, that means that there's Lift and level 1 nuke. That means that there's Cold Feet and there's Chilling Touch. You know, it's just all the combos that they need. Bounty hunter's pretty useless at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, he's just being completely chased outside the lanes. Zerst is running around, unable to do much at all. And right now it's even footing between Suzuki and Truck in terms of CS. And Zerst, he gets spotted out and straight away Impact and Fancy like, nope, you're not coming in. Straight up.
Yeah, I think this is the type of lane and the type of laning configuration that favors the team that's like the team that's favored to win going into a game is the team that I think would definitely like stick with that advantage given traditional lanes 3-on-1. And especially given the fact that mid lane is like even.
Yeah.
Well, Mali doing some sandstorm shenanigans. It's pretty slow, actually bushing like this.
He might just do this, wait until he can stack again, and hopefully get his level 2 sandstorm soon. And that's what's gonna help him out.
It does do quite a lot of extra damage with the second level of sandstorm.
And then he can kind of, do rinse and repeat with sandstorm. He doesn't have to, wait for it to time in again.
Yeah.
And there's one sentry going down. Zersta's just digging into the trees. So maybe I can get some XP if I'm over here. Oh, there we go. Precious experience.
I don't know if... Yeah, I think they know he's there.
Do they? I'm not sure. I'm not convinced they do.
There was a ping there. There was a ping there by Brown, which is Fancy Pants. They don't have any wards at the moment.
They might have pinged at the trees they've gone. I'm not sure if they detected he was there. I think they're just kind of forgetting about it, and we're going to see Invis Rune. There's no detection over there from Infinity. And there it is. They've got a lift. Here's the damage. Plick managed to get his level 6, so Adestam, he is going to drop first blood.
And Fancy using that dust effectively. I think they should go top now and just re-secure the lane for Weaver once more. They've just helped Plick get like a huge advantage middle.
Yeah,
And
Fancy had the invis runes, and they didn't. There's no vision at all on him, so
yeah,
it was a super easy kill in the end. And Impact was just there, supporting, doing his thing.
yeah. Here's Weaver's Midas.
How quick did he manage to get
It's
that?
just it's
7 minutes.
Yeah, it's not bad timing, and he also got the Ring of Basilius before that.
Okay.
I mean, it is good. I mean, it's even more helpful that he went for it, given the fact that Murano went Midas.
Yeah.
You know, if in a carry versus carry situation, the fact that he's got this is huge now.
Susie did manage to get him out as a minute earlier, though.
That's also true.
Alright, what else is and Susie's also got Boots of Speed. So, let's have a look.
Their net worth is almost exactly the same.
True, true.
The only difference between the two of them is that one is got like a 30-second smaller cooldown on Midas than the other.
Yeah.
And
All
also
the
Buttermilk
difference.
has got like
Mid.
Oh.
O'Malley. Just big plays here from O'Malley. Now it's going to be the Sandstorm. There's no vision, and he's going to manage to be able to sneak out. Adestam loses his life again, but at least O'Malley gets to pick off a kill. But Invoker 0 for 2, and that's not the way you can be going. I rarely see Adestam having such a bad game at the beginning. Usually he's really pushing the team forward. But it might not be his day. And they're starting to pick up the level, starting to get a bit of gold. I wonder if he can put much pressure though on Truck, who's going to have tread soon.
The question is more about like the timing of level 6 and level 7. And Truck's doing a good job to harass him here. Zeus is just if he can get level 7 and phase boots by the 10-minute mark, he's going to be very happy though.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
Truck
bottom.
is going.
That was close. Suzuki gets us done. There's going to be a follow-up. Actually, he already used his leap, and there's going to be Vendetta. Rubik just able to get the last hit, and we've got Spike Carapace. Phalanx, he's going to be stunned down. Enough time, Liberty, not to worry about him.
Fancy the playmaker here.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been involved in all 3 kills so far for his side, and he's the one to die as well.
His Rubik is awesome, though. And there we've got another lift, but we've got a TP coming in. They might have to give up on this one, but got more damage coming. Phalanx hurting. Buttermilk has no mana at all, but just enough to use a Spike Carapace.
Fancy really wants level 6. It'll mean he can steal such a good spell. Really nice tornado coming forward here. Fancy's going to die once more.
Oh dear. And Plick comes in, but just a little bit late to the party. He can't have any fun anymore. We've got that level 6 at last on Zerst.
It looks like Weaver, given the fact that he's got the Midas, he's going for Lincoln's, but I think like BKB later is still like essential.
So he's going to go Lincoln's then before he goes for his treads, it seems.
Yeah, I think he's realized that like he doesn't want to get harassed out of lane by the bounty hunter.
Oh, there's a lot of damage on him right now. There's going to be pretty painful bit of DPS and time lapse. Going to get all of his health back. Zerst playing with fire.
Yeah, this has pushed Zerst back and could delay the level 7, but I think he's just going to go roaming now. He's got poor man shield up, and he's also gone for a bottle, which I think he needs to is a bad decision given the fact that he's now level 7 and wants to run around. But it's a good decision given that if he wants to stay top and lane against the Weaver, it's good.
Yeah. Adestam, is this going to be a third one on the trot? There's going to be Moonlight Shadow coming in. Can he escape? No way. And his DPS is gone, but loads of damage on Fancy. He's going to die as well for the 3rd time. And now they're moving in. O'Malley actually has got the double damage. Plick, he's going to die as well. There's a trade though. Zerst will fall. And now they might try and cut off Buttermilk somehow, but he's just going to run straight over to his top lane. And he's going to be calling for help from his Weaver friend.
Bit, yeah. I mean, there's 3-on-1, but he can easily turn this around. Especially with Truck being here.
And Impact was so nearly dead as well at the end of that. And Buttermilk high fives Truck. And Truck's just going to get on with the job at hand. He's almost got his perseverance.
Yeah, a lot of wasted time as well for the Marana. And also, much better timing, I think, on the Midasing by Truck. It's caught up by about 15 or 20 seconds on the cooldown difference.
Yeah.
And he's also been, I don't know if you've noticed, but he's been taking the big creeps here, so it gives an experience advantage.
Yep. I didn't see him doing it, but it makes sense. So this might get a couple of last hits over here.
Truck's going to try to prevent that. He's on strength treads, but not going full YOLO Truck style.
No. He needs to keep that health. Yeah, he's expecting that kind of damage. He's going to be able to use another charge.
Yeah, but he
from
should
his
be on
Midas.
agi treads now because then Ring of Health represents a higher healing rate.
And this is going to edge away. Is mid going to bring any action in a second? He has got a lot of creep stacked over here. He's being tracked at the moment, and I think Banty's going to realise possibly that there's a lot of creeps over here. And maybe his teammates are going to try and steal them somehow.
Well, Zeus just goes into the bottom lane. They want to make a pick up on Buttermilk. But Buttermilk's got 2 up in Carapace. Will have 3 up soon. It's fine for him. Another TP going bottom. This time it's Visage. So a lot of...
They think it's him. Oh, gutted. But Zeus didn't reveal himself. Did they really think that AA was just going to be stood still? Lurking in the bottom? I think they were a bit hopeful.
Yeah, I agree. Flick's got his mech up. He's going to go tanky items now. Probably an Aghanim Scepter or BKB.
Yeah.
And if it's not the Ags, then it'll be Treads as well here.
I think Adestan went Vanguard last time.
Yeah, I don't think Flick will be going for that. Oh, a lot of damage coming out on the tower here. Mali's trying to set up for some sort of initiation, and the tower's not deniable yet, but just one more hit and it will be.
No, there's no siege creep on it, so it's not going to go down below. And Truck, he might just push a bit more damage onto the tower. It's still got plenty of health remaining. Oh, his Truck's going to back away.
Yeah, Truck's also just finishing off some small tier 1 and tier 2 items here. He's finishing off his Ring of Aquila and a magic wand.
Okay. He actually did go for his treads first. He didn't rush any kind of Lincolns or what have you.
Like, I think Lincoln's is still, like, not a bad item. It's just that, like, BKB is just superior in, like, every way.
Mm-hmm.
Lincoln's does make you farm a little bit faster. You have more mana to spam out to push with.
Yeah. Another TP down bot. Zerst. He's going to get the tracks off on Buttermilk. He's actually got Vendetta up now. This is going to start becoming annoying. Although Zerst is going to be saving up for his blink.
Yeah, Buttermilk also saving up. What, you mean his phase boots? Or are you talking about Buttermilk saving for his blink?
Buttermilk saving up for his blink. Actually, they managed to lose that on a tower. O'Malley's going to have his blink now. Yeah, he's just picked it up. He's waiting for the courier to drop it to him.
Yeah, see, Visage is playing more of a 5-roll than a 4-roll this game.
Yeah.
Only made 1 kill and got 1 assist at this stage of the game. Normally Visage dominates the laning stage a lot harder than this. Or tries to, at least.
Yeah. Let's have a look at... I think we might have a fight in just a second. Actually, I'm going to look at the stats afterwards. There's going to be an arrow. Oh, just going to shave past them. No connections. And O'Malley hasn't been detected yet.
I think Truck is either caught up to Suzy Q or has overtaken Suzy Q by like a lot in terms of the number of Midas Chings that have gone.
Yeah.
It looks like they want to fight you at top as well.
And bottom as well. It's tough to tell where to be. I think there goes O'Malley going to bring out an ult. Buttermilk is going to fall. They've actually fallen away. Or dropped back, sorry, up at the top. Buttermilk, he's going to die now. Adestan manages to get a last hit. He really needs to catch up, but straight away Zerst goes down. The arrow misses Plick, but it's going to be hitting Fancy, so that's going to be an easy kill with the Starstorm. And there it is. The Visage, damage onto Plick. Adestan, he's going to come sneaking by. He has got a sentry on him. He might think that he's invisible right now, trying to do some blocks. He should have just gone for the damage in hindsight, but of course he wouldn't know that.
Truck TPing into an MP, so he's got no mana as he arrives.
The whole team, though, has to go back. And we're going to have a pause coming out briefly.
Fancy DC.
everyone just gave up on top. It was like, right, bottom, that's where the party's going on. And Mali needs a moment. Okay, we'll have to give it to him. And Truck actually even came in as well.
Yeah, the problem is as he TP'd in, EMP went off and he went to no mana.
Oh.
Does look like he's still going for that Lincoln though.
Yeah, I would imagine so. I mean, he might just go for the ultimate orb first and then roll into Perseverance. Get some stats up.
Or maybe not, given that he's just lost a lot of mana.
Yeah. Maybe it's just a couple of last... well, they're going to have time, so they can push down the bottom if they realize that Infinity are just going to back away. Then they've probably got about 30 seconds, 45 seconds, where they can do as they please. Might not be able to get a tower, but they can certainly push in on it. Actually, they might. It's very low health. Fancy's back. Waiting for O'Malley for just a moment. Yeah, I'm very curious if they're going to do this. We've got a regen rune as well down in the lower side of the river. And looks like we're going to be able to go back in a second. We're just waiting for the AOK from Infinity. Nope, well, that's it. O'Malley's back with us. And let's see if they're going to push. They got Plick and Truck, but no, they want to step away. I think this would be a good chance for them to go forward, but they're rotating around somewhere. I think it's a missed opportunity, personally, from Liberty.
There's not really a lot of mana, though, on Truck, or not a lot of HP either on Viper. I mean, he can mech just himself, not very efficient. Truck would rather just be safe lane farming. He's also picked up his Perseverance. It's kind of on the way, I guess, to top.
Oh yeah, and he might get a little... Oh, actually no, he's just going to stack the camp quickly. And they're going to meet together over here, and... Oh. Easy tracking. And Zerst might try and take advantage of this, get himself some last hits. I don't know if he really wants to get in Truck's way.
Here comes Sand top, though.
Oh, this is good. And the track as well. We're going to have a time lapse. He needs to get another track on it. Perfect play from Zerst.
Yeah, just not a good enough cooldown on the Shikuchi. Here comes the AA ulti, actually. It's going to maybe catch out a... Yeah, it's going to catch out one.
It shouldn't do too much. You see Zerst is waiting. If Truck steps out of line, then he's after him.
Oh,
I wonder if he'll even...
Here comes the Visage Familiars. Track is about to end. Unless he retracks.
I think he's going to try to. There it is, but they've got vision. And we've got a couple of stuns as well. Zerst, can he get the track on him? Surely he had vision a second ago, but he's not making a go of it. Oh, they're going to lose out on the creeps. It's going to be 100 gold heading in the way of Truck again.
Oh, Fancy Pants has leap. I think he'd much rather have track, though. There's a little bit of a rope happening here top. Oh, leap into lift.
Oh.
Gonna just do damage, and here comes...
O'Malley. He is
nice.
hurting bad.
Yeah,
wow. Good stun from Fancy, but he can't get anything from it. And now Truck stuck on his own. His time lapse won't have ticked over again, so he's going to fall. Really high value target. And Infinity make a big play. This is going to help them get to this top tier 1. They've just lost out on their lower tier 1. They need to trade something objectively for it.
To be honest, the last couple of, like, that, where was the rest of the LIB team? They were all, like, derping around in the jungle.
Yeah, so good point. They're coming down now before a trade can be made.
Like, neither Plick nor Nyx Assassin had a TV scroll there.
Oh, that EMP is going to land.
Yeah, not a lot of mana right now, and that means not a lot of mechs going to be going off by Plickster.
A lot of people up top. And IFG, they're just backing away from it. Safety first. TP's into mid. And Truck. He's got his recipe first. He just I think he bought his recipe before he died.
Yeah.
And he's just going to have to save it for his ultimate orb next. It's going to be the last part of it. So he should be getting that probably around the 23-minute mark or so. if all goes well.
Yeah,
And
but remember,
it looks like it might not all be going well at the moment. All mana completely gone, and he just gets imploded. Ouch. Just when
yeah,
things were going well for him earlier.
there's gonna be either a trade or some response by LIB. I think they're gonna send the ALT and then I hope that that's good enough to hold. They don't have a glyph, and IFG also don't have a glyph. Top tower is gonna take the fall, and oh sorry, IFG do have a glyph, but it's not gonna actually stop the tower from falling.
They might try and cut off some stragglers. No, looks like not. O'Malley, what did he pick up? He picked up his mana boots. Suzy Q, he's got his maelstrom now. That's going to help out with some of the farming. Let's have a look at the gold mod. Gold is at 0 right now. XP is in favor of Infinity by 3,000. But there's hardly anything between them. Who are you favoring right now in this game? It's so tough to call. It's a really, really tight series.
I think that the Weaver just like much better carry than Mirana and Bounty Hunter, and obviously the Viper as well, very strong. Needs to get that BKB. Once again, we're going to see EMP and Tornado and
Truck. 3 deaths in 5 minutes or less.
0-3-0.
Yeah, he hasn't.
Classic
Wow.
track.
Can he come back from this? This is really. I can't help but say how important this is for Infinity to be shutting down the Weaver. He was getting free farm early on. He was well ahead up at the top. I mean, I think Mirana was about 1.5k below him at Truck's finest point, and now 800 ahead for Suzy Q.
Yeah, Truck really needs to finish off this little bit of a Lincoln Sphere, some item to survive, and once he's got that though, I think he might be okay, because it'll mean he can't get just gibbed out by the Sand King.
He's just being delayed and delayed and delayed though with this item.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was going to be coming out in the next minute or two, but maybe not for a couple more minutes. They've got a track going. They've managed to spot out Buttermilk. There's a sentry dropped. Zerst, he does manage to get his Janata off on Impact first, but he's going to explode afterwards. Impact looking for a way to contribute to this fight.
Oh.
They managed to take down Fancy, but O'Malley is going to die as well. Fights may have broken down onto the bottom half of this top lane.
Yep. That'll be fine for them, and tracked up Impact just in such a bad position right here. I don't know why he's not going home.
Truck still not able to get an assist or a kill.
Yeah, Fancy's also. I mean, Fancy's the one who's feeding the most on the side, but he's also like was involved in so many of the kills.
Yeah.
He needs to just try to survive 1 or 2 of the fights now, even if he gets a bracer or 3.
Just spam braces. Zerst has got drums.
And Nyx Assassin needs to also just maybe make some more plays. Wasn't in the off lane and has made a lot of kills now, but needs to just keep this up. Needs to carry on picking off things like the Bounty Hunter.
Yeah. Let's have a look at which way is it going. Infinity, they're just edging out a gap on the gold, but still the experience just goes more and more in the way of Liberty. It's really even at the moment. It doesn't seem to be stretching either margin. I feel like Liberty are getting better pickoffs, and they seem to be controlling the fight better, especially when it's right by their tower.
They've also dropped like they've only dropped 1 tower compared to 3.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of actual like latent gold just lying around for IFG to cash in.
Exactly. And they'll get that sooner or later.
But Weaver's like dangerously close now to finishing Lincoln Sphere. Once he gets items up that do damage, I don't think he can. I think he needs to get another defensive item. I think he needs to go Ogre Club before he can even start considering anything else.
Really? No Deso or...
I don't think so. There's just too much like AoE damage. The Sand King stun will get mitigated, but it could also be the track that breaks the Lincoln Sphere. So,
well, speaking of BKB, Flick's just got one.
Yeah, that's really good. And track needs 70 gold to finish off his Lincoln Sphere.
Is he going to be able to get it in time? I'm watching down... Oh, we might have a fight going up at top already. I was watching the guys smoking out, but Suzy Q... He's gonna fall. Nice work by Plick.
And I saw an A ulti. I didn't see where it actually went though.
No, I say I was watching O'Malley, and he's gonna have given up there. His teammate's fallen, but he can spot a couple down below. He's channeling his ult. There it is. TP in. Truck. Is it gonna be one more? Did Truck manage to buy his Lincoln?
Yeah, he bought it.
Okay, just in time.
No, it was flying on its way to him.
Oh right, okay. Obviously, he's just got down to 10 gold. I felt like he just made the purchase. That could have been really bad. If they just caught him a couple of moments earlier. They probably think that they did, as they haven't seen him with the Lincolns yet. We've got a lift coming out from Fancy. But, is that 040? Yeah, 040 on track. I mean, he just needs to have more detection, like the rune up here on the Ledge of Destiny. Is that what I called it before? Yeah, precisely. But still, this tier 1 up at the top, it's not falling, and Plick is staying within earshot of it.
Yeah, I actually just managed to pick up that tower, and that's why the shoot's up in terms of gold.
Let's have a look. Yeah. But again, it's not much to make a difference. XP is still in favor of Liberty, gold slightly in favor of Infinity. And it's mostly all the gold from Weaver as well. It's going that way, which is starting to rack up quite a lot. We have got a gem now on Plick.
I think this is an excellent decision by him. Allows him to make kills make solo kills in the Sand King. Bounty Hunter's a lot worse. If they don't lose this gem and they make kills with it, it's going to be massive.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Fancy's going to get picked off here. Oh, could be a cross kill though.
Oh wow.
Damage coming onto O'Malley.
TP away, but Flick. Sorry, not TP. What am I talking about?
Here comes that gem.
No, he only just picking it up.
Yeah.
Righto. I thought he had it already. Truck with his brand new items. Okay, so they've got Chilling Touch. They're going to try and make it into mid and get a kill. Adestam on his own. I thought I heard a stun happening just then. Suzy Q's pushing out top. Are they going for a TP at all? No, they're going to let him just take it. And in about 3 minutes time would have been when Infinity got the GG on the last game. And this one is so even, you can't call it. All tier 1s have fallen on the map.
Oh, Invoker just gets caught here. Does have a 4-star.
Ice Blast though. So they're going to end up down. Oh, the arrow as well onto Buttermilk, but we have got Mech falling through.
Yeah.
Lots of damage, and then it's going to be O'Malley who moves back in with his ult. Rubik, what did he manage to steal? He stealing things from the Visage. Good soul assumption as well going on, and actually, wow. Infinity, they almost lost 5 heroes there. Adestam and the carry was very, very weak.
Yeah, Truck didn't die. Very important. And second of all, Rosh is now open. And it's like no position, I think, for a defense coming out. And if Truck gets Aegis, he's going to farm very quickly towards his next item. It means he can avoid another defensive item. He can go full DPS.
Yeah. Let's have a look how the gold graphs shifted. Gold earned.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just...
I mean, you'll only kind of see it kind of in the next 30 seconds while everyone who's just respawned has to go find a lane. Rosh is going to chime in as well.
It's going to take a sharp turn downwards into favor of LIB. I don't know if gold will be even.
No. It'll still be about 1,000 to 2,000 gold advantage, I think.
But the experience should go up.
Yeah, I think that'll be about the same.
No, actually, it's just fine right now. It's just going to be a pain for Infinity to have to deal with Truck.
Yeah, I mean, it's always a pain for anyone to deal with Truck, but it's going to be more of a pain.
Now he's got the 0 mana cost time lapse as well. So EMP not going to be such a threat for Truck.
Also, I mean, I guess also it's Truck, so...
What were you saying? He'll find a way to feed, or...?
Yeah. Well, this is Truck, I mean...
I haven't seen his signature feeding yet. I
He
mean,
got 3 assists in the last fight though, so maybe the days of feeding are over for him.
well, the day. I mean, he was feeding pretty hard just before, so.
No, I mean
I,
like the last 20 years.
oh dear.
Nice truck. Big shout out to Truckster, part of my pub party of justice.
Okay, okay.
Also, he's very, very good at the game Kings.
Card game.
Yes.
Whoa.
Wait, where was that? That must have
Down
been.
bottom.
That was a huge shot combo with Buttermilk and with Fancy.
Oh, we still got Soul Assumption. So that would should have had. Who got the killing blow on that?
Impact.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Whoa, up top. Truck's
Oh.
gonna make it out of here. He
Yeah,
doesn't
there's
want
a
to
lot
feed
of
anymore.
pressure coming in bottom. This could also set up for a Sand King Epi combo. Here comes another friend.
Who's in this time out? Oh, Buttermilk just goes straight in. Got the stuns coming out as well. Their Phalanx falls very quickly. Liberty coming strong into this one. And Mali gonna drop as well.
And Fancy just got one of the best spells in the game you could have stolen. Good response though, pushing top. But the Ancient Apparition's so effective at just warding off these little counter pushes that are coming out here. And Buttermilk and Plick are just gonna have to get to the chopper. Got to get out of here. Oh, Orchid's coming up in Viper. This is quite a cool build.
Okay.
This was like popular in like the dying days of Dota 1 as well. And then it died, and then it came back a little bit in Dota 2 in certain matchups, like against the Storm Spirit.
Yeah.
And I think against the Bounty Hunter, Sand King, Invoker, like these heroes, it's very good against them. Also helps Viper out with mana problems that he has.
Yeah.
And he's finished it already. It's lots of small components, so if you're dying a lot, it's good. In this case, Viper is 7 for 1. And I think there must be like 100% correlation between Plick feeding and Plick LRB losing and Plick not feeding and LRB winning.
Flick's having one of his good games though. Definitely on this one. 7-1-6 is an excellent scoreline. And it's just Visage trying to get some at Ancient Farm. Truck though, he's making a move in. Oh, as well in the middle. Buttermilk, he's going to be in trouble. Solar Shumson comes in, but we've got a mech. Buttermilk will be able to survive for a little bit longer. Phalanx gets a Solar Assumption, and it lands right onto Truck's Lincoln's. And there's going to be a couple of familiars dropping down. Zestor, the feed comes out, and it's going to be a 1 for 2 at the moment. No direct chases. There was actually O'Malley. He managed to get his ult off. And an arrow did land on Plick, but there's just not enough damage for him to carry on with this.
Oh, Deafening Blast coming forward. The bug's also coming out here now, so
It's not really going to hit anything, but is he going to go for this?
it's classic Truck. I mean, he's got to go. Okay, so someone's smurfing his Truck.
Maybe his teammates just yelling at him, "Don't do it! This is not the time."
He
Oh,
really wants his familiar. He's going full YOLO for this career.
He's
For
just-
the familiar.
He's got his Deso on in base.
I don't think he wants to just waste the Aegis right now, to be honest.
Oh, whoa.
An Impact Kitty picks up Invoker. That must have been another epic long shot. by
Yeah,
him.
because he died in base. I'm missing this really sick action that we're getting from AA. I'm quite disappointed in myself. They managed to get the tower. That's Truck doing the work. Oh, is this going to be BKB comes out, and he will make it out of here.
Yeah, Plixter just with a little bit of baits, you know, by just TPing, by just like standing and going that direction, it forced IFG to split, and it meant that it was always going to be escape for him and increased Truck's chance of escape by a huge
Yeah.
amount.
It looks like IFG though are losing control of this game. And even though it's not really that far a difference, LIB only just recently got back in control of the XP chart. Only narrowly in favor in the gold. I mean, IFG still got a chance. And where did that one land? AA making more ice blasts appear.
And we reach this kind of mid-game lull where
It's kind of like chilled out a lot, hasn't it? They're just waiting on each other's to make a move.
yeah, but
So
that's
that's
it. It's just like huge big team fights, and then let's just relax and wait until we get the next
whoa,
spell.
that arrow. Okay, ice blast coming in. It hits a familiar, that's for sure.
Well, Mirana just popped the ulti and there's at least one tracked up little unit. And Plick's going quite far forward. He does have BKB. It's going to last for 7 seconds this time. But IFG don't want to make anything of this, and this may be a little bit of a timing window now that the LAB have to either secure the next rush when it comes back, which is going to be in a while still, but
Yeah, I
they
think
haven't set
Aegis
up
just
for
got
the
reclaimed.
rush.
I thought they were going to go in on each other in mid, but they decided to back out from it. But we've got a 5-man smoke.
Yeah, they're going to pick
Bottom
up
up
the.
leading the charge.
Oh, they're going to try pick up Suzy Q here.
Do they know where he is? They've
Yeah,
got
they
a
do
very good
now.
idea. Oh, that's going to be
Oh.
a stun straight on it. No vendetta. Stunning out. Lift.
A little bit of a waste
Easy.
of Viper Strike there, but if they push bot now, they're only going to need it in quite a long time.
Alistam's managed to get himself a hex.
Yeah,
And
pretty
so they're
decent
just
timing, honestly.
they're just pushing up in mid at the moment.
Despite being 4 for 9, he's still farming pretty well. He's like 5 creeps a minute, okay, for a mid that's being so actively involved.
He died 3 times though, super early.
Yeah, but he's come back well to get a hex at 36. It's okay.
Yeah. It's not too bad. Truck though, he's leading the farm despite having a really horrible mid part of the game. He was just dying over and over for 5 minutes straight.
Yeah, he's still feeding though, 3 for 4.
You need to be positive for it not to count as that. What item do you think he's going for next? Will he take the BKB?
I think now he's got to kind of go DPS to keep up with the Mirana and to keep up with the Invoke and the Sand King. I think he probably will actually have to go some damage item now.
Mirana is actually starting to become a little bit more scary.
Yeah, Manta plus Majorna. I mean, Majorna doesn't do that much damage. It's more of an attack speed item than anything else.
And
And
speaking of
Suzy Q
Mirana,
just DCing.
he'll be back with us soon. And is that going to be Rosh up in a second? Okay, I'm trying to work out how to calculate the clock here on Rosh.
Yeah, the new clock is like very, very deceiving.
There's just lots of dots and lines.
So there's the standard 8-sided or whatever.
I'm
sided-
presuming that's just the beginning, the 8 minutes. Okay, and then the 3 minutes on the inside. Alright, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, wait. How long does that mean is left there though? Because I'm confused. We've gone past the 8 minutes.
And
And
now
now
the 3 minute thing got shown.
But is it like 3 rings to count as 3, or is it each individual? How the hell?
As in, I think Rush is going to be spawning in like.
It's a late Rosh from my calculations. Oh, they managed to pick off a familiar. Destroying sentries over here. Liberty trying to keep a tally on all of this. And they're waiting. That is a late Rosh though, surely? That's between the 10th and 11th minute mark, right?
Yeah, I think it's close to.
And Buttermilk's just waiting here. What are you doing, Buttermilk? He's just going to force stuff his way out. You can tell the tension that there's between these two teams. They want to get themselves they both want this win real bad. They're fighting for position in the league.
Yeah, both sides over here are like just they don't want to make mistakes, so they'd rather play it more passively.
Yeah.
And this leads to inherently more tight Dota and potentially a little bit more boring Dota, but it's still like a great measure of like personal individual skill here. You'll see in the team fights, some of the plays that are being made, some of the calls that are being made are like absolutely huge.
Yeah. And we've got IFG there pushing up top. We're going to have TPs in now. Are they going to have enough DPS though to take down this tower? TP directly in. They break away from it. We've got a tornado though straight onto Buttermilk. EMP as well. Lots and lots of damage onto Buttermilk. He's getting mech'd up immediately. Plick, he's got his BKB off. Visage just gets taken down instantaneously. Truck's got his Deso and his BKB. He just managed to pick one up, in fact. He must have only just bought it very recently. Arrow coming in as well. Oh no. There's going to be Fancy moving in. Finally, Buttermilk dies and they're getting tons of kills. Wow, the gold that was there on Impact Cutie, man. Over 1,100 gold for an AA kill. And now it's Truck trying to make the magic happen. He's going to be time-lapsing. He can get a kill. Oh, that was close. Are we going to get an arrow?
Well, the arrow is coming, but Truck's been all revealed up. He's going to die here, though.
He got taken down so weak. Can Susie get the last hit? No. Does he want to go for the leap? No, it's up for in a couple of seconds. He's still running down, and Zerst will manage to pick up another kill. And that's suddenly IFG have made a massive play.
Yeah, the biggest issue there was bad positioning when, like, SK didn't blow epicenter, so they just stood in a bad position after such a good engagement. I mean, I don't know if you saw, Buttermilk dropped solo, got mech'd, and also got a full carapace off, which stunned, like, the entire side of IFG for 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds, so... That was absolutely huge. The big play was O'Malley coming back in with a full epicenter, catching everyone but Truck, who just picked off on the side. And with those kills, he's no longer feeding.
It's still violently even though this match. They never managed to get the top tower, but they were just so weak afterwards. They were just happy to walk away with the extra XP and gold. It was Zerst who managed to get the bounty from Ancient Apparition. And credit to having an AA give a over 1k bounty. That was his first death, in fact, of the entire game. 40 minutes in it took to take down Impact.
Yeah, and on the other side we have
all the solo
Fancy
kills he got.
149. So, Stun coming forward here, gonna be trying to catch him out. Here comes a BKB. Big
Nice
AA
BKB from Plick. He avoids getting arrowed, in fact, but it is Buttermilk who will fall again. They managed to get O'Malley. Zerst want to chase on Plick. Can they take him down? This would be another nice track kill. IFG, wow, and Zerst getting another massive bounty for himself. This is really huge gold he's getting. And now with Roche spawning, IFG. Okay, this is something special. I thought the Liberty were looking good to slowly but surely take this game down into their favor, but right now IFG look like they may have just reversed everything. It's just going completely up and down this chart.
Yeah, the thing is, pushing against the Ancient Apparition with Ags and level 14 is fine, but once it hits level 16, then it becomes a little bit more of a problem.
And there's going to be a butterfly soon on Mirana.
Yeah,
Susie Q is doing nice.
I think the AA ulti does like maybe 70% more damage level 16. Ooh, Truck could be in a little bit of trouble here.
Are they going to take him down? They managed to get the Hex off, but they can't chase up on it.
Yeah, I think was that Cold Snap? Yeah, Cold Snap into Hex.
Look, this gold chart is just a canyon right now. And Liberty at the bottom of the canyon.
It's one reason why Lincoln's is just not good against specific heroes that can short cooldown destroy.
Yeah. Let's have a look at Adestam. He's managing to get quite a lot of gold once again. What do you go as your next item for him? Do you think he's going to be going for a refreshers at some point?
No, I think the refreshers more of a like an X-Sword heavy type of strat. Like double EMP is nice, but it's not like amazing. I think his biggest problem is getting DPS down, so he could just go Ghost Scepter if he feels that that's gonna help him out, or he could go his own BKB. I mean, BKB is a good item on pretty much every hero in the game.
Yeah.
He could also just go Ags, and that gives him a lot of latent tankability. It also gives him a lot of extra like ability to output DPS in big team fights.
They want to push up this top tower, in fact. They don't want to get rid of this other tier 2.
smoked by LIB, and they don't know that most of now they kind of see it.
Yeah, completely wasted smoke. It won't mean anything. But they are charging out to top, all of them making their way.
Gems on the Invoker, important here to target down. At the same time, it would be very, very good if they for once picked up the Sand King.
We're gonna have a fight here. This is gonna be a really nicely timed, but it's gonna be Plick who's got the gem. Gonna find Zerst immediately. BKB's going off left, right, etc. Ice Blast does connect with quite a few. Plick is gonna be able to survive, and now Truck, he's pulling out huge amounts of damage. We've already had 2 casualties on the side of Infinity. Plick will eventually drop. Susie Q on her own.
Yeah.
That's gonna be Aegis popped.
Fancy did very well. They got the important spell, the Burrow Strike, and now they've just got to try convert.
There's going to be a lift, there's going to be the stun, Suzy Q going to drop, and now, well, team fights have been going in the way of Infinity for the last 10 minutes, and now Liberty, they managed to get almost an entire team wipe.
And Truck nearly gets BKB out of that as well, and that's such an important item against Suzy Q. The 25% evasion, it's like huge.
We've just got Deso now on Zerst.
Sorry, 35%. What I said.
I think Truck's going to go for MKB in a second. He can pick it up now.
Yeah.
This is massive damage. I mean, the later on you start losing the team fights, the more effect it's going to have, because they can push pretty hard. And Mirana's still down. I think they could have gone further. Adamstam is going to be buying back.
I think that buyback was maybe a bit premature. Like,
yeah.
There wasn't like. There were 3 heroes here. 2 were like 2/3 HP. 1 was 2/3 mana, or half mana, and it was just more likely that they were going to play it safe anyway. So I think they should have waited until they were on the base, on the ramp, before Invoker bought back there.
Mm-hmm.
And now Invoker's like item-wise looking very poor.
Yeah, and there it is, MKB on Weaver. He needed that team fight to start getting some big items. He's looking really strong. What do you think of next? Get rid of Midas, pick up a butterfly maybe?
That'd be good. Or Hearts. Also
Heart.
Very good. There's a lot of magic-based damage.
Okay.
Butterfly is better against physical damage and like physical attacks.
Yeah.
And there's not really a lot of those. He doesn't also benefit that much from the attack speed increase because of Germinate attack. It's a good item, but I think Heart's just better.
Righto. Let's have a look again at this gold chart, and it's going all the way back down again, man. What this roller coaster game? These teams don't want to settle it easily.
Remember, that's also gold earned, so buybacks like aren't considered in that. So
both teams have had a couple of buybacks. I think Infinity have been buying back a bit more though than Liberty.
I think in the previous game there were buybacks from Liberty. I haven't seen any this game though.
Actually, you might have a point. No, I think Buttermilk bought back once.
I'm not 100% sure.
No, nor me anymore. I'm blending these games together. I do have to say though, it's one of the most enjoyable series that I've seen so far. Actually, I dare say the most enjoyable. The other one which we had go to a 3-gamer was Liberty versus Energy.
Yeah. And it looks like we're
Energy
going to
took in the
see,
end.
because the gem has gone back into the side of the Viper, I think they're going to try go here. If they go on the Sand King here, this would be so great.
Oh, we've got an arrow. O'Malley, he's waiting in the trees.
Yeah, and Fancy just blink dodged that. Blink dagger now, pretty huge. This top tower's taking a lot of damage, not deniable. And Buttermilk just playing it passive here, doesn't want to get caught up by a random gem on the side of IFG. There is one in the hands of the Visage. He's pretty tanky, actually.
Let's have a look. Yeah, he is.
And Buttermilk just re-vendettering.
And they're anxious about how they're going to initiate this one. They're just pushing them away from their tier 2. Which is not quite deniable. Very, very close.
Yeah, bottom's also pushing like a little bit hard for LIB. You can see the pings coming out. Mid is mid's gonna bounce back in a second here. It's pretty even. It's actually gonna start pushing for LIB as well. So here's the engagement.
Truck.
Well,
doesn't lose everything.
Plick BKB'd way too early there, so they have to kind of go now.
Oh well, we're gonna silence Suzy Q. Everything stunned on his. I think O'Malley gets a massive ult though, but he's gonna drop down really quick. Truck actually getting the last hit on that. He just managed to get a time lapse on in the nick of time. And they've forced out the buyback this time from Buttermilk, but they've lost 2 of their supports. They still got all of their carries, however, but oh wow, Alistam just explodes in the air. And that was an incredible spike carapace.
Buttermilk spike carapace there, so good. Truck with the ultra kill, not feeding. I think that this is, correlations also between Truck not feeding and good results for LAB.
Yeah, he's managed to get a load of kills. I'm level 25 right now, and he's just got 5k in the bank all over again. They're going to push mid, it seems.
I don't know if you noticed, but the bounty hunter, after getting those like 2 kill streak kills, brought up a desolator, and now actually hurts pretty hard. Truck and him can't fight anymore.
Yeah. Right,
so he's pushing up the spot lane.
I think Roche is determining how long it has until it spawns. Okay, it's going to be about just under 2 minutes in that case until it's up. So it's been like a 9-minute 40-second Roche spawn.
Buyback from Mirana. You should
and the glyph.
LAB should just walk back now. I don't think they should be fighting this.
Oh, arrow just hit truck, and there's a Veil of Discord that I just saw being used. So yeah, Sand King who's picked it up O'Malley.
Yeah, Sand King doesn't actually have ulti at the moment.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He's scaring them off regardless. It's the anticipation of it.
Yeah, they had to use BKB. I mean, this is so typical of LIV, like slight advantage. Well, it is actually pretty much a slight advantage.
They've got 10k XP roughly. Oh, hang on. No, 7.5k, sorry. But at this point in the game, it's not really huge amounts, I guess.
Yeah, but it's more the fact of like the distribution. Like, Gold on Weaver is better than Gold on Mirana because double hits are significant, and max move speed and backtrack are all spells that he uses to basically get like almost 2 lives most of the time. At least 1.5 lives. And Viper is also just so tanky right now. Look, he just hasn't sold his strength trades. I think he'll go Heart next.
Yeah.
Could even go AC for his team. But this is going to be important. Next minutes of the game could be a deciding time.
Plick's on his own, but we've got a lot of movement coming in from the rest of them. Do they have enough time? Hex goes up on Plick. Arrow, I think it hit a creep. He's going to completely miss it. Plick does manage to get his BKB off. Truck as well. Time-lapse, though, he only had about 50% of health left. And O'Malley is going to go down, but they eventually take down Plick. Zerst is already fallen, but Truck is going to die. Everybody's dying, though. 4 players down on Infinity. Susie, he's trying to TP out. Oh.
Truck lives there. Truck is just...
Oh, sorry,
somehow winning. He's also picked himself up some travels. Did actually use it, otherwise there'd be maybe some more pressure into the mid lane. But this is like, in terms of buyback status now, we're in the danger zone. Can only see Bounty Hunter and the Visage buying back. So it's going to be Rush, and then Buttermilk just going to be tanking here.
Doing his buddy a favor. He's been stunned.
Yeah, I don't think they can actually do this now.
No, I don't think they'll be able to. They desperately want to, but none of their teammates are even up for long enough.
And
just gonna time lapse as much as he can. Kitech?
Oh, Viper buying back.
Oh, well, why? They just want.
Yeah, I think he can see that they should definitely get this rush now, and not rush because they have 2 people on very low HP. He's the mech carrier, comes in next in. Rush picks up. Long time for it to come.
Yeah.
Chancer picks up quite a questionable item at this stage, Sanjun Yasha. I think he should rather... He had quite a lot of gold. Sanjun Yasha altogether costs like 4,000 something gold.
4,200 or something?
Yeah, 4,100.
4,100, sorry.
He's got 1,600, so that's like 5,700 gold. If he bought like even a sheep stick right now, it would be fine. Like
MKB, I was maybe expecting from.
Yeah, I mean evasion's not going to be coming out, and it does do more damage, but like crit could also be very effective.
Yeah. Does the Daedalus stack with the Janata?
It didn't used to because in Dota 1 it didn't used to, but I don't know how well it interacts with, like, You won't crit on the crit, but you might be able to crit on the underlying damage.
Hmm.
Because it's but like in Dota 1 it was written as like 100% crits.
Ah, okay.
So like the mechanics have changed in Dota 2. I'm not sure about that interaction.
I see, I see. They're still not pushing down each other into high ground at all. We are almost an hour into game 3. It's 38 to 28 in favor of Liberty, and the goal difference is gone back down to 0. XP difference is 10k in favor of Liberty, but that's just a couple of levels. I want to have a look at the hero levels. Truck and Suzy Q, both 25. It's going to be Plick, a couple of levels ahead of Adestam.
The important thing to notice is just that Sand King isn't 16. Is just at 16, and well, he's about to hit 17. But I don't think he's got an ulti off, except for that one. Oh, it was. I don't know if you saw the arrow was going right towards Plick.
Yeah, no, I
And,
saw
clipped
it.
the creep.
It was so unfortunate. I think that would really have helped out take down Plick a lot faster, because he was able then to get the mech off and do all kinds of damage. Like the fight could have gone totally the different way then. But they've managed to survive without losing a barracks, because of course they wanted the Aegis.
The lanes were so far pushed out as well. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think Track over here after this Aegis dies, probably looking to go hot. I would think.
Radiant's top tower is under
He's gone
Okay.
butterfly now.
Radiant structures are
Oh,
Oh,
missing
moving
his
from
stand.
Buttermilk.
Buttermilk's in a lot of trouble here. Fancy
So Suzy Q though. Look at that, gonna have to Manta, legs it away, just about gonna be surviving this. Adestam dies extremely fast, and here's O'Malley though, Veil of Discord into his ulti, but he has not got really enough damage. Truck very close to dropping the Aegis, he will do that. Zerstorm, he's fallen, and he's gonna have to buy back immediately afterwards to try and hold up their defenses. And I think they've managed to chase them away, but it's costing them more and more each fight.
No, there's still a cheese on Plick's hand. I think that LIB are here to stay.
Yeah? And they're going to come back in for more? This time they've managed to just regroup, the IFG have managed to regroup themselves a little bit.
Yeah, they're getting quite pushed back. Ooh,
Arrow. Onto nothing.
together.
We've got track on a... Oh, it's just the track's just worn off on truck. Truck and truck, you got to be kidding me.
Ooh, here comes the stun. Lifting up once again. Fancy, great counter engagement.
Oh, O'Malley's going to be falling over a minute until he comes back, and that is going to be barracks. Is there going to be any more defenses? They're waiting for Adestam to return with a Hex, with an EMP.
And I think the LIB guys are just going to try to do as much damage as they can. They're taking a lot of damage. BKB is getting popped off here.
There's not a very long BKB on truck. He's already used up his Aegis. We've got supports dying as well on IFG. This is going to be the last stand for them. Suzy Q is going to be dying. No buyback on him, I don't think. Visage does buyback. But I think they're running out of options at the moment. And where is truck at?
Oh, ulti just barely missing Adestam and Truck going to town.
Oh
on
my
his
gosh.
tower.
Buttermilk, he moves in and he does manage to get the Malibon onto him. And this could be it. This could be game in just a second for Liberty. They're managing to take down 2, and that's it. Adestam calls it. What a lengthy game, man. Almost an hour it took. And I really couldn't tell which way it was going to go for pretty much 50 minutes of that game. What do you make of it? So
Out of the ashes, I think that between Plick and Truck, they managed to stop feed. And Impact, as you said earlier, Impact somehow 8 for 0 for such a long time.
he died twice in the entire game, man.
Yeah, that's like the least out of everyone on both sides.
What the hell?
Incredible play, but I mean, I think man of the match definitely has to be Truck. Over 400 creeps. Didn't fit
I don't-
early. I mean, if you think about it.